The ocean is losing its oxygen supply faster than we thought, and scientists say we are approaching an unsafe space with irreversible consequences. A new study published in the journal Limnology and Oceanography warns that the ocean is losing its oxygen supply at an alarming rate. Scientists from UC, San Diego Scripps Institution of Oceanography, and several partner institutions argue that the pace of oxygen loss is approaching what they call an unsafe space with irreversible impacts. This is not a distant threat. It is happening right now, and it affects nearly everything the ocean does. The study looks at both marine and freshwater systems, and finds that dissolved oxygen decline is a global problem that has been building for decades. The physics behind this is well established. Warm water holds less dissolved oxygen than cold water. As the planet warms, oceans absorb that heat and their oxygen carrying capacity drops. Thanks to human activity, especially burning fossil fuels, the world ocean has warmed significantly. The study says the ocean has lost about 2% of its oxygen content globally since the 1960s. That might sound small, but in ocean terms, 2% is a massive shift, and it is accelerating as global temperatures continue to climb and marine heat waves become more frequent. Severe oxygen depletion does not just mean fewer fish. It creates coastal dead zones where almost nothing can survive. The study outlines a cascade of impacts on aquatic life. Fish and other marine organisms face less habitat, lower growth rates, poorer eyesight, reproduction problems, and greater susceptibility to disease. Paper co-author Erica Ferrer from the National Center for Ecological Analysis and Synthesis told SF Gate that oxygen loss could impact nearly every aspect of aquatic ecosystems, from the food they provide us to the sense of place and meaning we draw from them. This is about more than biodiversity. It is about the ocean as a source of sustenance and identity for billions of people. Right now, off the coast of California, an extreme marine heat wave is already cooking the Pacific. A developing El Niño event threatens to raise temperatures even further through the rest of 2026. Ferrer explained that oxygen dynamics along the California current vary annually and seasonally with phenomena like marine heat waves, which can push oxygen levels down. She said we need to think about oxygen alongside temperature when considering the impacts of coastal warming on marine organisms. The interaction between heat and oxygen is complex and location-dependent, which makes predicting impacts even harder. The researchers are proposing something bold. They want to add dissolved oxygen conditions to the planetary boundaries framework. This framework outlines 9 processes that keep the Earth stable, including climate, biosphere integrity, land use, freshwater, nutrients, ocean acidification, aerosols, ozone, and pollution. The Stockholm Resilience Centre leads this effort. The idea is that ocean oxygen loss is not just a marine issue. It is a planetary-scale problem that needs to be treated as a guardrail for Earth health. Adding it to the framework would give it the same scientific weight as climate change and biodiversity loss. Here is a detail that gets less attention but matters enormously. The study suggests that widespread changes in dissolved oxygen could impact our climate in return. Low oxygen conditions can drive additional production of greenhouse gases, creating a feedback loop. As oceans warm and lose oxygen, that oxygen loss itself may accelerate climate change, which in turn warms the oceans further. It is a self-reinforcing cycle that could push us past tipping points. The ocean is not just a victim of climate change. It is an active participant in the system. On Reddit, commenters on the Science post reflected a mix of resignation and frustration. One commenter noted that most people have their retirement money tied up in businesses that destroy the environment, making it hard to turn away. Another wrote that the attitude of "I do not see it, so it does not matter" will be the end of many things we love. A third commenter pointed to corporate capture of regulation, citing the 2010 dark money ruling as a major coup for corporate influence. Several commenters said we may be psychologically incapable of the global cooperation this problem requires, pointing out that we cannot even agree on simpler issues. The study warns we are approaching an unsafe space, but it does not say we are beyond repair. One commenter put it well, saying it may already be too late, but it is not too late to prevent worse scenarios. The choice to reverse course is still ours. The question is whether we have the political will and economic courage to act before the oxygen in our oceans drops below a point of no return. The science is clear. The window is closing. What we do next determines what kind of ocean future we get. If you want to understand how ocean oxygen loss connects to the broader climate crisis, check out the rest of our coverage on the channel. And let us know in the comments what you think we can actually do about this.